Now he's going to speak on the black South Africans being oppressed. Because remember, the South Africans that has been flown in by Trump and Elon, they claim they was being oppressed. So he's going to explain to you that it's not them, it's the black South Africans.
How racist this new administration truly is. This is some of the most racist shit I've ever heard of. In 1913, South Africa had white supremacists running the country, and they created apartheid, which created segregation and discrimination laws against black South Africans. It was whites only South African businesses, whites only South African movie theaters, whites only South African swimming pools. South Africa was on that racist shit just like America treated black folks. So in 1913, white South Africans took over South Africa with force. White South Africans stole land owned by black South Africans. Fast forward to 2025. Three of Trump's biggest supporters are three of the most richest men on the planet. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and David Sachs are three billionaires that fully support Trump. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and David Sachs are all white South Africans who were born in South Africa, white supremacy, and apartheid. Elon Musk is a white South African white supremacist. South Africa now has a black president. This South African president wants equality in South Africa. He wants the racism to stop, and he wants everyone to be treated equally. Trump and Elon Musk heard about this black South African president wanting equality. Trump immediately stopped all funding to South Africa. There are only 7% of white people in South Africa. But those white people own 70% of the land in South Africa because they stole most of that land from black South Africans. The new black South African president put a new law in place to right the wrongs that were done to black South Africans that had land stolen from them. Just like when European settlers stole America from the natives. Because the South African president wants to give back land that white South Africans stole from black South Africans, that's why Trump and his administration are saying white South Africans are being persecuted and done wrong. But white South Africans are not under persecution.
I mean, the facts are there is no systematic prosecution of white Afrikaner farmers. For the Trump administration to take the view that there's somehow systematic persecution, it's actually problematic and troublesome and damning on the way the Trump administration is receiving its information.
How are they being prosecuted when they the ones who stole the land from black South Africans? Black South Africans are the ones who originally owned that land. What's so wrong with doing right and giving black South Africans their land back? But see, this is the thing. South Africa is not even seizing land like Donald Trump is saying they are. It's a lawful process that's handled in the courts of South Africa. If someone stole land from you and your family, wouldn't you want it back?
At this point, black people are fed up because they see how the South Africans are being catered to. They're being pampered. They're having the red carpet rolled out to them.
I don't know if y'all have heard that the Afrikaners, the South Africans that Trumpy Bear brought over here are not exactly who he thought they were. They were supposedly farmers and people who were being discriminated against because they were white. As my girl Tabitha would say, Well, anyway, according to the South Afrikaners on this app, they are what they call us here, or the equal to what they call people who look like me here. Y'all know that word that so many white people want to say so badly? Yeah, they're actually that, of their kind in South Africa. And the funniest part of all of this is they were supposed to be farmers, right? And they were supposed to come and, I guess, be on the farmland that this country stole from other farmers, or the farmers that had to give up their farms because all the subsidies stopped. And trust me, subsidy is just another fancy word for welfare. Not right now. We'll come back to that. So I'm looking and lurking and listening. One gentleman said he had a theory that they are mercenaries. Not missionaries, mercenaries. If you don't know what that is, look it up. He said he believes the first group was for the photo ops, but the ones coming behind them, yeah, he has a plan for them too. Once again, not right now. We'll come back to that. Stay with me. Now, my theory was they were coming here to do the jobs of the people that they've had deported, and the jobs that our ancestors did that they figured out ain't no way we gonna do again. Agricultural, farming, picking produce, etc. And then I saw this.
Well, Donald Trump is very disappointed to find out that this group of people who just came over this week actually have no farming experience. They have no knowledge of farming, and none of them actually had farms in South Africa. When they found out that they were actually a collection of security guards, actually part-time rappers, and a guy called Bradley who almost bought a tractor once.
Yo, they weren't even farmers. So I see that, and then maybe 10 seconds later, I look at the news, and I find out that his big, beautiful bill had been taken down by his own people. And then, of course, the best news of the day, one of the last and largest plantations burned to the ground. I keep telling y'all, that karmic clock, that karmic clock, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Midnight comes soon, and they can't avoid it.